All right, it is my intention to provide a clear and concise message for its intended recipient. I really try to do the clear part and the concise part. Work in progress. Okay. We have detour. Wow. Inconsistencies and influence and distractions. I was disillusioned on the bottom of the deck. Okay. All right. What did I say? Clear, concise. All right. So we have inconsistencies, detour, influence, distractions, and disillusionment. So, it's been a while since I had said that. I think that's interesting. Okay. What do we have here? What are we talking about? Not one? Okay. What are we talking about here? Karmic lesson and secret admirer came out together. Codependent. Signs from nature, which we could always assume is just even this message, right? Meaning signs from the universe. All right. We have dark night of the soul and summer. Interesting. Okay. All right. Signs from nature, dark and warm. Fire. Fire pit. Fire pit? Okay. Fire. A fire. A fire. Okay, tell me about that fire. Fire pit, smoke. Smoke and mirrors. Okay. All right. Okay. Smoke and mirrors. All right. What else? Is this incoming? Just a second. Okay. Okay, vivid dreams and heartbreak. This is something you already know. I want to say that this is a person who says that they were your secret admirer, but you've already met them. Eternal love, vivid dreams, heartbreak, and eternal love, and a new perspective. Listen to your intuition here. Okay, so you have this person who is coming into, or has already, it feels like you've already met this person. They said that they've been your secret admirer for a while. They're actually just a very, they're a codependent person. You might have actually had dreams about this person as well. Okay, is that what we're doing here? Okay, all right, okay, okay. So this is actually to steer you in another direction. And so Spirit wants you to focus on the inconsistencies within the experience that you're having right now and any type of influences or outside distractions. Ultimately, your ultimate state is going to be one of disillusionment. This is a karmic lesson. We're going to find out what the lesson is exactly, but this person is presenting as a secret admirer. They are actually codependent. So if they said, I've been watching you a while, or they're like in your energy in this weird way, it's because of their codependent nature. You might have had dreams about this person, which I think is really interesting. And in some way that is translating to like, this is my person, this is destiny, this is, technically it is because it's a karmic lesson. So it's very likely that you had dreams about this person or you are relating dreams about this person. It does say vivid though. So you're being asked to, like, this is going to end in incredible heartbreak. It might give you a new perspective, though, on heartbreak. But I think the new perspective here is actually on this idea of being very, very clear on your definitions and never being dependent on a label that any of these journeys have. Like, don't box yourself in into thinking that this is something that you have to participate in because it is a karmic lesson and therefore you need to learn it. Okay, I do want to get information on what the karmic lesson is for you. We do have listen to your intuition on the bottom. If you're watching this like in preparation, oh man, did you make a blueprint for yourself? Okay. All right. Okay. So let's stop and go ahead and address that. Okay. So all of these things that we have in our experience, right? We design them. They are made for us, by us, through us, not to us. These things don't happen to us. They happen because of us, right? And so this would be a karmic lesson in listening to your intuition. Oh, counseling therapy at the bottom. Because you are being advised at this time, since this is very new in your energy, right, to detour. This is your message. You and I co-created this message together, already agreed on it together. You're seeing it at exactly the time you need to see it in order to make whatever changes you need to make, or so that you can look back in linear time, right, and be like, I remember that wackadoodle YouTube tarot reader that was like, I created this. Man, I wish I would have listened to that, listening to your intuition. I am just receiving information from my higher self, who's receiving information from your higher self that you are sending, that's going into like a shared cloud, kind of look at it like that. But you are telling yourself here, detour away from this. It is inconsistent AF. There are influences and distractions around you, right? And you are stating in the past tense, I was disillusioned. Okay, you have listened to your intuition, counsel and therapy, like your spiritual counsel, right? And then you have push and pull energy. There's your inconsistency right there. I have a feeling you're not going to listen though. Okay, so that would be part of your karmic lesson here. Interference, influence and distractions, interference. You might even get distracted like during this reading. Boundaries. Okay, this should be triggering things within you, right? If this is your message, you should be like, wait, what? Wait, there's a part of you that's like, wait, what? Boundaries. Firm boundaries are needed now. Detour. Go the other direction. It's inconsistent. It's push and pull. You are suspecting influence and distractions, interference. I love this energy. Like, I love your method of creation of your own lessons. I respect the shit out of that. Like, this is how I would do it. This is totally how I would do it. All right, so we do have play hard here. I mean, I gotcha. Like, when I said I respect that, right? This is your game, right? This is your game. Like, you don't play on beginner mode. You play on hard mode. Like, this is exactly what I would generate for myself. I would generate it for myself so that I could kick myself at the end and be like, why didn't I listen to her? That's like, retreat, detour, back away, run the other direction. This is the second one today. Oh, we have marriage at the bottom here. Ooh, mastery. Okay, I'm getting a really, actually, regret. Okay, I was about to say, I'm getting a really bad vibe here. I'm picking up something really, all right, very, very, very important. If you resonated with what I had said all the way up until this exact moment, right? All of this, you're sitting, you're like, yeah, I would totally do that. Yeah, no, seriously, yeah, no. Okay, what will happen from this is that this karmic relationship, this codependent AF person that says they're your secret admirer, that's going to end in heartbreak, that you've probably had dreams about, but they're asking you to have a different perspective on the meaning of eternal love and the dreams and the things that, because it's a karmic lesson. So you're going to have these things that you laid out to make sure that you follow through with this lesson, right? You play hard, you play advanced mode. Okay, this is going to end up in marriage. Because mastery of the lesson, if you didn't pick up the lesson being listen to your intuition to begin with, listen to the tarot reader that you co-created with to bring you the information that says listen to your intuition, the reading that you created that said detour, retreat, go the other direction, inconsistencies, this is push and pull energy, 1111 on the timer, just to screw you up a little bit more, right? But you will actually marry this person, and you will regret it, but it will be mastery of the spiritual lesson. The cool thing about lessons is you can learn without actually doing, the tower. Like you can learn it without, you don't have to do the entire length of it. Once you master it, you master it. If your karmic lesson here is listen to your intuition, listen to your intuition, and your intuition is saying this person is to not for you at this time. It doesn't matter what your vivid dream, your eternal love that looks a lot like this person who's coming and they're saying all of these things to you. They're like just you have under here patience, spiritual protection. I'm dazed and confused and stuck. Mm, mm, no, 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 no. This card is past tense. This is like your higher self talking to you right now. Time. I was disillusioned. All right, so we're going to close that out there. But what I am going to tell you is what is made for you will never pass you by. It will never pass you by. Actually, there will be a return. Trust the universe. Oh, it does say triggers, and some people never change, and then you have closure for the higher good. Okay, so for those of you still kind of on the fence about this, all right, go ahead and say no today. Just say no. Just be like, you know what? I'm really, I'm in a confusing place in my life right at this moment, right? What did it say? Inconsistent, detour, influence, and distractions. I have a lot of distractions at this time because that's true. I'm distracting you right now, right? I have a lot of distraction, not at this time, because this person will come back around, right? And by then, I think you're going to be in a different headspace. You're going to know more information than you already have now. They're going to present a different way because you had changed the game that you already set out. So I like to think of the blueprint as like a series of I don't know what they call those graphs, like yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Those energetic points of being able to higher level, right? It's like, did they go higher level here? Okay, we're going to go this way. Did they not? Okay, we're going to go this way. And then it gives you like another chance to do it again. So I think with this particular thing, if your lesson is to listen to your intuition and you actually did at this point, then you're going to do the energetic lift up to the next one instead of headed off to the side. You see what I mean? Because you're going to run the side, you're going to run that line of the blueprint, until you master the lesson. But if you went ahead and you're going to level up, Like, I think you should skip this altogether. But there will be a return. You need to trust the universe at this time. It is you bringing this message. We have trigger here. Shark's tooth might be important, but some people never change. If you've already experienced a person like this that came in saying they were your secret admirer, or they were your twin flame, or they were your soulmate, or they were your whatever, destined whatever, and you actually had, like, you can look back and kind of had a dream about them, or I drew them in a journal, or, you know, I manifested and I wrote a whole list of things and they meet all the criteria. Bingo! That should be your sign right there. That is not you talking to yourself, encouraging yourself from a higher perspective, right? That's probably encouraging you to continue the lesson because you're going to need the lesson. But you also put a little, what do we call this? We're going to call this like a cheat code, right? You're like, all right, so I'm going to need to learn this, right? I can either learn it the hard way, but maybe, just maybe, I'll listen. So I'm going to put like a little, remember Mario? How they had the little, you go up to the top and you get sucked down the tubes, and the next thing you know, you're on level 8, you know? If you don't know, it's, anyway. You kind of put like one of those. Take it. Take it. Okay. So some people never change. At this time, you're going to be able to have the closure for your higher good. Yeah, and you can avoid the whole marriage, divorce, mega lesson, right? Telling you, it is coming in so crystal clear, crystal clear. Your name is Crystal Clear. So clear here. All right. You are unconditionally loved and supported by the universe. You know, way to rock being a badass in this game. I mean, that I would design that. That's, yeah, mad props to you for doing that. Like, that's cool. Okay. Um, my unconditional love to you as well, and your secret admirer. Okay. Until next time, take care of yourself.